What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here with Sean Finnegan.
How's it going, man?
It's going great. You want to know why?
I do want to know why.
Because Xur has Gjallarhorn today, and we're going to show everybody where he is. He's right
What a glorious day it is.
What a glorious day.
So for you Destiny people out there, you know how important this is, but for you non-Destiny people out there,
yeah.
Gjallarhorn is Destiny's most coveted and powerful rocket launcher.
Yep.
It is...
Not just rocket launcher, weapon in the game. It is the best weapon.
Yes, it is the best weapon. It is the best exotic. It is something that every player out there wants, regardless of whether they PvP, whether they PvE, whatever their choice of doing anything in the game is. This is the best thing that you could possibly have for your character. And Xur has only sold it once before.
Yeah, week 2.
Week 2 of the game. And by then, people didn't really know...
people were like, rocket launchers aren't that good.
Yeah, people didn't know that, one, Gjallarhorn was that good, and then two, people didn't have enough coins. This was week 2.
Mm-hmm.
They hadn't had the time to farm up the coins to buy it. You can see here it costs 17 coins. And ever since, people have wanted Xur to sell Gjallarhorn, and they hope and they pray every week that when he comes, he's going to have it, and he never does.
Mm-hmm.
Until today, Destin.
Until today, and now my Xbox character is a proud Gjallarhorn owner.
Hooray!
I even unlocked the Grimoire.
You need to inspect that.
So here
you need to equip and inspect it. Get rid of that icebreaker. So this is awesome because now people are going to be able to finally experience. I mean, if people who are playing are going to be able to buy Gjallarhorn instead of waiting for the drop. It took me north of 800 hours to get my Gjallarhorn.
So there's an Easter egg down here of a jukebox.
What is this music?
And this hunter, Young Beast SF, he must have hit this jukebox.
That's amazing. Well,
anyway,
let's get out of here.
We'll move away from it so we can keep discussing.
Not be in a reggae concert hall while we do this Let's Play.
Yeah.
Now I totally forgot what I was saying. What were we saying?
Gjallarhorn's great. We love Gjallarhorn.
Gjallarhorn is great. Oh, yeah, so it took me north of 800 hours,
oh, wow.
900 hours to get my Gjallarhorn, my very first one. It was so frustrating because people like Alfredo and Stan...
Alfredo got like 4, and he would just dismantle
Alfredo
them.
is on his 9th Gjallarhorn, last I checked, and he's been dismantling them on stream, like long before I even got my first one. It's been monumentally frustrating, so it's great that players now have the opportunity to get it from Xur and experience how powerful and awesome this weapon is before it gets nerfed in the Taken King. That's the important part.
It's actually getting nerfed very shortly. Well, not really nerfed. They're just reducing the amount of damage the tracker rounds do.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be real. That's still a nerf, right? Like, part of what makes Gjallarhorn so awesome is, what is this music?
So, this is the ending credits song by the Beatles, Paul McCartney, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, while we're down here, we got to look at the other items. Insurmountable Skull Fort. We have Acleophage Symbiote.
This is great because Acleophage Symbiote is something I still don't have on my Hunter, which is great for PvP. It gives you a 4th golden gunshot.
Yeah.
Highly desirable exotic.
Light Beyond Nemesis, really, really good exotic helmet for hunters because you get the faster revives, helps during raids. We have some telemetry, auto rifle, hand cannon, machine gun. No, helps during trials, yeah, for sure. And the regular. So now that we've looked at all that, we can actually get out of here and away from that jukebox that everybody keeps playing with. So you played like 800 hours to get your first Gjallarhorn.
Yeah, and I pulled it from a Nightfall.
So I still distinctly remember the first time I got mine. I was playing the raid, the Vault of Glass raid, and we were on Atheon. We dropped Atheon, and that's how I got my first Gjallarhorn. And I lost my mind. Like, I started screaming, and, like, I remember jumping up and be like, I got Gjallarhorn, and, like, going crazy and everything. And, yeah, I was very, very, very excited. I probably had... So, like, if you look at Bungie.net, they give you 1 set of hours, but then if you look at other websites, it includes your total time in Destiny.
Sure.
So I have over 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
With, like, idle time and everything included. So I was probably at, like, the 600 or 700 hour mark when I got mine.
And I've heard horror stories of people going north of 200 or 2,000 hours before finding their Gjallarhorns. It's just been... It's the game's most sought after exotic, not just because it's good, because it's also very rare.
Yeah.
Like, it's not very often that you can find it Like some exotics, again, for you non-Destiny players out there, there are quests, there are exotic quests that you can do to get exotics. You can find exotics doing any number of activities. But Gjallarhorn is a random drop, which means you can get it kind of doing anything, but the chances of you getting it doing anything are very slim. This is the only surefire way that you can get it is when Xur has it, if you have the materials, the coins, 17 coins. But he just, he never does it. Xur comes every week. We've been in Destiny, 11 months?
Yeah.
And he's only sold it once, and that's kind of crazy. But here he has it now, and it's awesome. I wish you could put it on your back. Why can't you put it on your back right now?
I don't know.
Do you have it equipped?
Yeah. I think it's just your primary. This game's actually really beautiful.
I make that remark every single time I look out at the skybox.
Just looking at the skyboxes and just the world that they've created and everything. Taking a closer look at Gjallarhorn, it has tracking, that's really good, and Wolfpack rounds is what makes it really special. So not only does it track, but then after it hits, it has these rounds that track the enemy you shot and enemies around it, and that's kind of what's being toned down.
Yeah. So I mean, to put it mildly, or to put it in context for people who don't play this game, your rockets have mini rockets basically.
Yeah.
You shoot a rocket, it hits a target, and then other mini rockets kind of follow that target around and do additional damage. And if you take a look, if you you put this weapon into practice, and those Wolfpack rounds do so much damage. Like, I would say almost 40% of its initial impact damage is done by the Wolfpack round. So it's super powerful, and yeah, that's the part that they're toning down a little bit. They're not eliminating them, but the damage that the Wolfpack rounds do will be slightly reduced.
Yeah. I'm going to hop to the Cosmodrome and blow something up as the big finale for the video.
Go for it. Except you're not going to have Wolfpack rounds. You're not going to have it. We're not going to be able to see it in action.
You're right. All right. Well, we can just
look at this dump truck of a ship.
We can end it on my dump truck ship. Thanks for joining me, Sean.
You're welcome, Destin. This is a glorious day for Destiny players.
Yes.
We had to make a video. I'm glad you asked me to do it.
If nobody out there has Gjallarhorn yet, I'm sorry. If you can't afford it today, if you can afford it today, definitely hop into the tower. And,
you need to
it
afford it today.
Yeah.
Like
go get those.
If you don't have coins, you can get 17 coins in a weekend for sure. Just do some farming.
Yeah.
You got it. You have to buy Gjallarhorn. You must buy Gjallarhorn.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. And for more on Gjallarhorn, you're already in the right place. IGN.